This next guy in our Best of Mississippi series is one of the original Mississippi mound builders. This guy right here was a magician with the basketball. He captivated and he awed the crowd and he awed the state and he awed me as a kid. Abdul-Rauf. This guy right here, I'm telling you, was a scoring sensation. He was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. He had one of the wickedest pull-up jumpers you ever would see in your life. And he was a master of the game. Like, he had certain niches and certain shots and certain philosophies about the game that was unparalleled and uncomprehendable. And to this day, man, he's just one of the most humblest superstars that Mississippi has ever produced. And if it was a list, if it was an honest list of the greatest players in Mississippi history, Abdul-Rauf would be on top of that list. He just had a remarkable career on all three levels. High school, he was an All-American, one of the super. He didn't miss, man. I mean, it was games where he came down, he played against James Robinson in a duo, a famous duo. And it was like if somebody got that footage, man, it'd be one of the greatest games you had ever seen in your life. And when he got to college, we all anticipated him going to college. And I'm telling you, man, when he got to college, this little dude they called Chris Jackson it was amazing, man. I'm telling you, Shaquille O'Neal was on his team, man. Shaq, I didn't even think about Shaq being the best player. It was Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson was just so, it was just unbelievable how he could shoot, man. He was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. You know what I mean? And his moves were so precise and so, he was underrated athleticism. Like, I seen him in a dunk contest after he made the NBA, and like, I'm telling you right here, I didn't even know he can do this because it was something that he never really showed us, but he just had so many facets of his game, man. As I got older and I started to study him, I became even more of a fan because of the work ethic, and you know, he had the Tourette's in him, and it made him work harder. Sorry if I didn't mean disrespect nothing, but if I didn't pronounce that right, you know, I can't pronounce my own name right sometimes. So, but he had, you know, whatever it was, he said it made him detailed and made him be able to, you know, get his game to a level of excellence. And, you know, when I look at Michael Jordan, I look at Kobe Bryant, I look at all the other super players that didn't never miss, man, who was able to get into the zone like that. And they all had that one thing in common where they had that obsession with being great. So no matter if he got his through a certain disease or whatever you want to call it, he had it. And he was locked in, man. And the focus, the level of focus, you know, I always remember him just being focused and always staying in the game. And, you know, he just was he was one of my heroes out of Mississippi, man. I'm telling you. We're gonna do a rating list later on. You can rate at the bottom of this video. I want you to tell me if who the best player you think the best player out of Mississippi was. And I'm guaranteeing that by the time we get through with this list, Monte Ellis' name will be, Monte Ellis' name will be on the list also. But my Abdul-Rauf, man, his name is definitely gonna be on top of this list. I mean, just amazing, man. You know, I keep on saying amazing, but even at the age of 50, when he played with the big three, he got buckets, man. You know what I mean? And being from Mississippi, you know, he stood for something, man. So, you know, that's just in his genes. You know, being one of the originals, you know what I'm saying, from Mississippi, one of the original Mississippi mound builders. You know what I mean? It was in his genes to take a stand, you know, in what he believed in. And him doing that, man, it opened up my eyes a lot to the world in Mississippi, and you know how far this thing was, and how far, you know, the racism, not only racism, but you know the way the world was. He opened up my eyes to that being a kid, and just made me more aware of the world. And I always was appreciate him for that, for having the courage, you know what I mean, to stand for something. And you know, right now he's still a star. You know what I mean? I just went to a camp he had a couple weeks ago with a guy named Brian Adams, who's doing, I think he's doing a Legend of Mississippi series. Brian Adams was one of the greats out of Pineywood. But yeah, most definitely, man, this guy right here, Abdul-Rauf, is somebody that all kids need to study. I'm telling you, his footwork, his fundamentals, his pull-up jumper, his leaning jumper, you know what I mean? It's just so many. As a teacher, like, go watch some of his videos where he's teaching, like Ben Gordon, and I know for a fact that Mo Williams and Monte Ellis and Malik Newman and all the other players after him, they had a part of him in his game, you know what I mean? Because the trainer, I know for a fact, the trainer used the same trainer. He definitely was a Chris Jackson fan, and some the pull-up jumpers that you just go back and look, and you can be able to trace Abdul-Rauf through all the legends after him, you know, because he was just that impactful and that humble. You know what I mean? The humbleness that he carried, it's represented Mississippi. You know, it's a great representative of Mississippi.